up, everybody? My name is Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to make this video short, sweet, and to the point because it's just an intro to a video that I had made a couple years ago, and it's on my old channel, so I'm just going to bring it over to this channel. If you've seen it before, just know that I read your comments. They did not go unnoticed, but I pretty much abandoned that channel after I'd made that video. This video is about schizophrenia and being a family member of somebody who is suffering from that illness and how to cope with it and deal with it. I am going to make a follow-up video on that, so definitely make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see when that comes out and see how my journey has gone the past 3 years of my life. So without further ado, oh hello. Without further ado, let's get right on into that video. Hi, my name is Rachel, and this is not my normal video that I would make on my YouTube channel. This is actually the first video I've made about this. I've been quite private about the matter. About a year ago, someone very special to me started acting different. He was put into the hospital, and we all truly thought that it was schizophrenia. It possibly still could be. Right now we think that it's more of a side effect to a drug that he is taking that is possible, that gives side effects that are very similar to schizophrenia, but he has symptoms of schizophrenia, so that's how we've been dealing with it. It's been almost a year. October will be a year, and it has been pure and utter hell. If you're a family member dealing with somebody who is sick, I feel for you. I never in my entire life have witnessed anything like this. To see somebody who is so normal just completely do a 180 and just be so paranoid. I have felt lost. I have felt alone. I don't know where to turn half the time. I have researched and researched and researched the illness, and no matter what we say, he doesn't think anything is wrong with him. He doesn't think he's sick. He doesn't think it's the medication. It's more of a, people are after me, that's the truth. If you don't believe me, go to hell. I've been blamed. His friends have been blamed. His family. It's all just, I mean, it's horrible. I recently bought a book on my tablet, and it's called I Am Not Sick, I Don't Need Help. It's by Xavier Amador. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Seriously, best $10 I've ever spent in my entire life. Probably one of the best purchases I've made ever. I started to read his book, and when I first started, as I was reading, I was like, oh, but I've done some of these things. That's how I've started to treat him, and it's not working. Like, this book is not going to help me. And then I started reading a little farther and a little farther, and anytime that he talks about this, which is every day, constantly, whether he's talking in the basement to himself, or he's talking to me, or to somebody else, it's just the same things. And we're constantly dragging him down, telling him, no, this isn't happening. You're sick. It's all in your head. the writer had wrote that you need to stop and you need to truly listen. Like, it's a part of his LEAP program, and the very first thing is listening. You have to just stop and don't give your opinion. Let him tell you everything, and then go from there. The other day, he had come home from work because, unlike a lot of people with this illness, he still has his job. He was laid off for a while, but he has his job. And he goes to work, and I don't know how he does it, because when he comes home, he is very irritated. He had come home the other day just so wound up. And I was just, here we go, another all-nighter of him being in a panic and him being pissed off. And he went in the basement, and I went down there, and I decided, all right, I'm gonna fully invest in this. I'm gonna fully do what this book tells me to do. I went down, and I asked him to tell me what's wrong, what is happening right now. And he sat and I said, give me one theory, because he has many, many, many theories. If I don't know what you're dealing with exactly, but the one that I'm dealing with has many different theories of who is after him and all of this. So I asked him to just give me one. And then once he told me, okay, this is one thing that I'm thinking, I said, okay, let me make sure that I have this right. And in my own words, I said back to him what he said to me. And he kept going from one theory to another. So it took me a while to say what I wanted to say. And he kept cutting me off when I was trying to tell him what I had heard from him. And so eventually I had to say, okay, let me get out what I want to say. And I relayed everything back that he had told me. And he went from a friggin' 15 to a 2. He completely calmed down when I listened to him. I didn't give him my opinion, nothing. And I asked him before any of this started, I asked him if he was tired, and he said no. And you could see, because he was all worked up. By the time we got done talking, he had went upstairs and laid on the couch and went to bed. It was amazing. He even had said to me, if you bring up schizophrenia, Adderall, or medication, meaning antipsychotic medication, I'm going upstairs and I'm not going to talk to you the rest of the night. None of that came out of my mouth. And now, our relationship has just, it's a lot calmer around the house. I'm still reading the book. I'm still learning. So, I mean, if you are struggling, just, you are not alone. And I just feel like I'm not alone any longer with that book. Read the book, spend the $10, go get it at a bookstore, get it on your tablet, whatever. It will change your life. It's not 100% certain that it's going to work, but just listening to what they have to say and not giving your opinion is going to make them calm down and going to make them feel like they can trust you, like you are actually listening to them. There's other parts to that book, but that was just like the first breakthrough I have had with him in so long that I had to share it. It's not something, like I said, that I'm not very public about what's happening in my home, because it's, one, it's embarrassing, which they talk about in this book. Nobody wants to say, oh, somebody I love or my family member is struggling with a mental illness. Because our society has made having a mental illness like such a bad thing. And that's another thing I struggle with him, because even him, oh, I'm not crazy, I'm not psycho. He uses those words because that's what people say. And it's not even like that. Like, we're on the right track. For the first time in months, I got him to take his antipsychotic medication. We had talked the other day, and I asked him why he doesn't want to take the medication, and he said if he takes the medication, that's admitting that he has a problem and that he's sick, and he doesn't believe he's sick. And I told him I respected that, and I felt, now I know why you don't. And then I told him, can I give you my opinion on it? That I don't think he's taking it because he's sick, and it's not going to be this horrendous thing, but the medication makes him more calm and more able to live his life. So maybe that's what you're struggling with. Ask them why they don't want to take the medication. Maybe it's something similar to that. Read the book. It's just so helpful. And just know that you are not alone. And I hope to make more videos, and I hope to move forward from here and not go back. He hasn't been in the hospital for a while, which is a huge blessing, because nobody likes to see their loved ones in the hospital. And I'm hoping from here on out that he will get better. Not get better, but the medication will help him be able to live a more normal life. So I just wanted to do a little video, and comment below if you're struggling with the same thing. It's nice to know that you're not alone in this world. So I guess that's all for right now. Comment below if you want the information. There's also, he has YouTube videos where he's done seminars. He also has a brother who is struggling with the illness, so he's very insightful and can look at it from both sides, as a family member and as a as a person who has studied in psychiatry and psychology and all of that. So I hope that this has helped you, make you feel like you're not alone, and I wish you all the best of luck.